Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Hey man, the Secret Society, the headline is going to read on March 20th, right? This is what it's going to read, right? That the Secret Society stole WBO belt. And they're stealing that WBO belt from Terence Crawford. Hey, it's crazy what's going on, right? Let me tell you, the minimal acceptable bid for this WBO welterweight division fight, Crawford and Rocha, the minimum acceptable bid, $200,000. Now, let me tell you something. That's horrible. $200,000. And then what makes it even worse, right? It's a 75%, 25% split in Crawford's favor. Now, we know, forget about Terence Crawford. We know he's not taking it. But there's no way in the world Rocha's going to take 25% of $200,000. He's not taking it. He made more money than that in his last fight. So when we sit back and look at it and say, well, how do we arrive at this point? I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a chance that somebody could come in and offer huge money for Crawford and Rocha to maybe go fight out there in the Middle East. You know, there's a lot of money bubbling up out there. That could happen. But we don't know that. But I'm telling you right now, it's not looking good. Matter of fact, what's today's date? The 15th? No word on who's going to come in and try to take on this fight. But I'm telling you right now, we need to understand, how did we get to this point? You know, there goes Hood Champion, talking about that damn Secret Society again. I've been saying this for a while. The Secret Society. I personally feel this is what happens. This is what's happening here with Crawford as a result of him and Spence not being able to get that fight and get an agreement in place. You know, last year, and you look at now, and Crawford going to fight Evander, and look, we know that Crawford became a promotional free agent in November 2021, and he's been pretty much guiding his own career. He's had one fight. He's been talking to a lot of people, but he's in a position now to where, look, the WBO's tired of all the crap. There were some guys supposed to, had opportunities to fight Crawford. They turned the opportunities down, but we're here now. And they have Crawford in a bad spot. And I cannot see Crawford taking a damn fight, even if it's $500,000. I just don't see Crawford taking that money. And a 75% split on that. 75-25 split. I don't see Crawford taking it. So let's say worst case scenario, right? Let's say that the extreme happens. Crawford's like, nah, I'm not fighting him. They strip him of his WBO belt. Boy, oh boy. Let me tell you, there goes the Earl Spence fight. It's out of here. But maybe Crawford truly doesn't care. Maybe he truly doesn't care. Maybe he doesn't like the idea of being told what to do by the WBO. Maybe he feels that he has more freedom now without the belt, and he can come and make the type of fights he wants with anybody. But I still think that WBO belt and him facing Spence is where it's at. But it could be out of here. But let's say the unfortunate happens, the unthinkable happens. Hey, look, that may be better for him than fighting for 75% of $200,000, $300,000. If he takes a fight like that with Rocha for that kind of money, knowing the world he goes to the table with Spence, like some of the people have said in the comments, knowing the world he goes in a fight with Spence looking for no 50-50 split. You already know Earl Spence, Derek James, they look at the Evander fight, what he made, the rumors about the poor pay-per-view sales, everything. They're looking at everything, and they're going to make sure that they remain the A side, and that purse split for Crawford and Spence, if Crawford goes forward to fight, stuff is out the window. But that being said, let's say they do go through with the fight, right? And Crawford wins. We know it's still going to be a problem because he took little money. He can't go negotiate with Spence. But let's say he fights him and he loses to Rocha, right? Now, Rocha is in a great position. You know he's not going to put up much resistance, any pushback when it comes to negotiations with a guy like Spence. He gets an opportunity for undisputed, and Rocha makes $2 or $3 million. Talk about stars lining up for somebody. But I don't see Rocha beating Crawford. But we're just having a conversation. Now, that being said, let's say Crawford decides he doesn't want to take the fight for little money. He's okay with being stripped. Then the belt's out there for grabs. And, you know, they're going to sit there and have Rocha fight somebody for that belt. And then Crawford, who knows what he's going to do. But what I'm saying is, when you look at it, it's all bad medicine. And this is just a result of, to me, the secret society. Like, you know what, we're gonna show you guys who runs boxing. It's not no damn boxer. It's not the promoter. It's not the manager. It's these sanctioning bodies, the secret society. And I think it's really, really a crazy. Look, they gave him to March 19th, man. March 19th. It's right around the corner, and they haven't been able to sort things out. So we're going to see, because, you know, the Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya and trying to sign a guy like Crawford, it's just not going to happen. But I don't know what he's going to. I don't know what Crawford's going to do. But I'm going to be focusing on this. I'm not going to come out here and make stories up and stuff like that. I'm not going to do it. What I'm telling you is, I have no clue. But I am sure the title is going to read on March 20th that the secret society stole the WBO belt from Terence Crawford. So they're going to have to figure it out. But I can't see why De La Hoya hasn't. Why hasn't De La Hoya come in and tried to snatch this fight up? But I have not heard, and I'm not going to lie to you all. This is just me having a conversation. You know, maybe Crawford, maybe there have been promoters or people who tried to come in and secure the rights to this fight so they can promote it. But we know maybe Crawford just wants some kind of money to where it's like, look, if I'm not getting this, you know, I don't want to fight him. But he's kind of in a pressure cooker right now. You know, I can't see where Crawford. It's one thing if this was a voluntary defense, but he really doesn't have a voice. I mean, he really doesn't have any say. If he doesn't fight, he gets stripped. Like, he does not have a say in this point. But I'm trying to think of what could be, you know, stalling somebody from picking up this fight. I honestly don't understand. But I would wonder, right? We get it with Spence and Crawford, undisputed. Crawford had some connection, right? Who knows what connection it was with these hedge funds. Why are we here getting 4 days out and you haven't touched base with those same guys or girls or whoever it was, right? Why haven't you touched base with them for them to come down with maybe say, hey, look, let's do 15 million. You know, we give you, you know, 1 or 2 for Rocha, we give you 13. Like, if you have those kind of connections with that kind of money, why isn't it there? They're gonna put up 50 for you and Smith. Why can't they put up like 15 for you and Rocha? You know, so something just isn't adding up. And I'm not gonna come out here and lie, because honestly, there's not much on it, except we're getting closer and closer to that March 19th date. And I have a feeling Crawford is in a bad space. But you just don't know who may come through at the last minute and save this fight. But it just, for me and what it's looking like, it just too close for comfort, in my opinion. And I can see Crawford losing that damn WBO belt, because he's stubborn. Crawford's stubborn. I just don't see him accepting no damn purse bid of $200,000. And this is just horrible, horrible, horrible. But I said it before, I'll say it again. I truly believe those key decision makers behind the scene, and coupled with the sanctioning bodies, what I call the secret society, I truly believe they want Spence and Crawford both out of the 147-pound division. They don't want them in the welterweight division. I think they're still agitated. They're being spiteful and nefarious right now because the fight didn't get made. They missed out on a lot of money, and they want their belts defended. And that's just not what happened, and they're just being very spiteful right now. And this is an example of what you're seeing, and kind of like what's going on with Crawford and Thurman. And we're going to see what happens, because remember, Spence hasn't defended those belts either. That means, like, here it is. We're going into March, April, And again, the sanctioning bodies are there not making any money in the welterweight division because those belts aren't being bubbled up. Those belts aren't being moved around. Those belts aren't being defended. They don't like that. So watch something crazy come down against, it already happened with Thurman. But let's see what happens with the purse split there. With him and Spence and Thurman. Let's see what happens with the purse split there. It's already happened. Let's see what happens. It's happening with Crawford. Let's see what happens with Spence and Thurman. Very, very interested. But that being said, I'm not going to sit here and feed you a bunch of BS. I just want to bring that to your attention for those of you who weren't aware. We're a couple days away. And you can't make me believe a guy like Crawford, if he made $10 million in his last fight, I know some of y'all don't believe that, but if he made $10 million in his last fight, he's going to be okay. We're getting 75% of $200,000, even of $1 million. You just can't make me believe that. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. Secret Society, about to snatch that WBO belt off of Crawford. I'm in the breeze.